Hello people, how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon channel. Today is the 29th of December in North Canterbury. It is, well, it's been 30 degrees today. Very, very hot. And probably about 25, 26 now. Just too hot to do anything really. Apart from enjoy it, have a few beers. It's been nice. I read earlier, someone sent me a message. New Zealand. Waikato, Tainui, Iwi, which is up north, and Ngāi Tahu, which is down south. Iwi. Iwi, for them outside New Zealand, are tribes, Maori tribes. And I've got to say it because someone's got to say it because no one is saying it. Waikato, Tainui have been given by the government, the corrupt government, and corrupt Maori, little bit Maori politicians, over $100 million this month, just before Christmas. And Ngāi Tahu, I think their share was $95 or $96 million, just like that. So $101 million and $95 or $96 million, whatever it was, to a very few, very corrupt Maori troffers of these tribes right at the very top of the Maori pyramid in New Zealand. What gets me about this, or reading about this, is that the press, the media, politicians, nothing. There's no shock about this. And these are called top-ups. Top-ups. They just get top-ups of like 100, 200 million every couple of 3 years. Just like that. Just a few individuals right at the very top of the Maori tree. There's plenty of Maori tribes in New Zealand who are getting this kind of money. Has anybody asked? Nobody. Did we get a choice on this? No. They get this by the government, who don't even ask the public. They just give it to them. Because they know people will forget. They know no one's going to question it in New Zealand. No one's going to question it because people are too afraid of being called racist. It's a real big problem, and that's why the government and these radical extremist Maori politicians like Nanaia Mahuta and Willie Jackson, Debbie Nariba Paka, and Rawiri Half-Wheaty Waititi, and all the rest, they know they can do what they want because they know New Zealanders don't want to say anything because they're afraid of being called racist. They know what happened to me. They know what happened to me when I made a video of Rawiri Waititi a year and a half ago. And people are terrified of that. They made an example of me to send out a message. We will do what we want. We will take what we want. We will do what we want. We will say what we want. And if you come back at us and make a video like Cross the Rubicon, Lee Williams did, we will destroy your life and laugh at you. And we are so powerful. Us Maori, us Iwi tribes, us Maori party, Maori politicians, everybody with a little bit of Maori blood in them, in their veins, can do anything they want. But this kind of thing just gets my goat. I've been here for 21 years. I've got a vested interest in New Zealand. I'm a British citizen. I'm a New Zealand citizen. I've got 2 passports. But what gets me is that these... We'll take a look at VF. Is it VFF? Yeah, VFF. People like that. The bakers. We'll say the bakers, yeah. Let's name names. Sue Gray. What's the other one's name? The co-leader of the outdoors party. Another radical extremist, Mary. And now she's a co-leader of the outdoors party. With Sue Gray. Radical extremists. Where are these people condemning these actions by the government? Where are they? Where's the media? They're nowhere to be seen. Why is it left to me to say what most people think? Most people read this and they get sick to death of it. Okay, there's one or two other people saying what I'm saying now. Julian Batchelor is one. Hardly anybody else though. They focus on other things that are really fly-by-nights. But this is an ongoing process that is destroying this country. It's destroying it. And they rely on the apathy and the fear of New Zealanders who are terrified to call it out. I don't give a flying fig about calling it out. They've done all what they've done to me. What can they do? Kill me? Yeah, okay, they can kill me. They can put me in jail. But you know what? I wouldn't give a flying fig as well if they put me in jail. Because I know I'll be there for righteous reasons. They'd have to release me one day unless they killed me in jail. (2023) coming up. What's going to happen next year? What's going to happen? Are people going to stand up? No, they're not. You got the freedom movement all ripped apart. All big egos saying nothing. They won't join together. They won't come together. They won't share a platform together. A lot of them don't like me because I say things like this and they're really scared. I don't want to share a platform with Lee Williams across the Rubicon because he says things. He tells the truth. He tells the truth about radical extremists Maori and iwi ripping this country off for hundreds of billions. We don't want that because I don't want to be accused of sharing a platform with a white supremacist or a racist. For fucking hell's sake, man. And women. You've got to grow some. Call it out what's wrong, and this is so wrong. How do you people of VFF, Claire Deeks and the other two Jacindas, I call them the three Jacindas because they are the three Jacindas. They're fucking, honestly, weak as piss, these people are. And I'll call him out as well. Leighton Baker is as weak as fucking piss. Sue Gray, good God, they blow away in a breeze, these people. And they want to get into politics and they won't even say what I say. They're terrified. They're terrified of me. Okay, I'm getting a bit passionate, but this is reality, people. Do you want lily-livered, mealy-mouthed wimps? Do you want to vote for these people? Do you want to put them in power when they're terrified of even sharing a platform with myself or Julian Batchelor or Kelvin Alp and many more? It does, it sickens me, absolutely sickens me. These people make me sick. These, honestly, Jacinda Ardern, I'll say it. Nanaia Mahuta, who's not going to win any beauty contests anytime soon. Oh, bit of satire. Oh, who's going to get offended by that? They get offended by me saying that she's the probably ugliest woman on earth, but they don't get offended by her nepotism, and her ripping this country off for hundreds of millions, possibly billions. They don't get offended by that, but they get the They get offended by me calling her, well, she's not blessed, is she? In any way or form. Debbie Packer, I want to eat your heart while it's still beating and warm. These people are psychopaths. And yet, they're in positions of power where they can destroy me, and I don't give a flying fuck. I will keep saying what I'm saying. Pardon my French. 2023 people, you've got to decide whether you want these mealy-mouthed wimps, and they are fucking wimps, again, pardon my French, of the people I've mentioned, who are terrified of their own shadow. Oh, we can't really mention, what's really happened in New Zealand. So we'll concentrate on things that have got here today, gone tomorrow. We'll concentrate on that. We'll media blitz that and talk about that. This country's been ripped apart down racial lines. Apartheid is real in New Zealand. Nobody wants to talk about it. Jacinda Ardern is committing an act of treason, and so is Nanaia Mahuta. These iwi tribes that were given, what was it called? Waikato Tainui, Ngāi Tahu, as good as 100 million each, just like that, just like this week. They don't even pay taxes on their businesses. Iwi up and down this country don't even pay taxes on their businesses, and they get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars top-ups every couple or 3 years. And the media don't even question it because it's racist. Instead, they attack people like me for calling it out. I will say it again, and I will say it over and over and over. Maori have been here since the 13th century. They are not indigenous to New Zealand like they claim. Even our media say they're indigenous. Do you know the meaning of indigenous? Indigenous means something that evolves out of somewhere. Maori did not evolve out of New Zealand. They came here by boat like everybody else. So why on earth is the government giving hundreds and hundreds of millions, billions and billions over decades to these tribes, to the elites of these tribes? Why? Do you know what? I give them fucking nothing. In fact, I take it all back. Every cent taken back, and I put their leaders in jail. That's what I think. Jacinda Ardern should be on trial for treason. And everybody who supported it, including opposition parties over the years, including John Key as well, people like him would be in jail. This has probably turned out to be the most passionate video I've made, but it needs to be said. I don't really think with my heart, I think with my head. And this country's being had because most people in this country are fucking terrified of their own shadow. I don't want to be called a racist. I've got Maori friends, and they might call me a racist, they might fall out with me. Oh, honestly, your country's been ripped apart. Stand and make a decision on what you believe. For fuck's sake, and pardon my French again. Make a decision of what you believe is right and wrong, regardless of who your friends are. If they want to fall out with you for your political beliefs, then are they really friends? Just because you play rugby with someone and they happen to have a little bit of Maori in them, because let's face it, all Maori have got a little bit of Maori in them. That's just a fact. Just because you play rugby with them doesn't mean you have to kowtow for the rest of your life to them. Say what you believe. For goodness sake, Kiwi men, grow some fucking balls. Okay, I've said it. You've got that. I'm not going to mention his name. That big fat lump of lard who I paid a visit to, I don't know, 8 months ago, in his workplace. He's written a book on the far right. And what are the far right in New Zealand exactly? Someone who says what I say. This person, he believes in... You better watch what I say. But this person, I can guarantee you, believes in transgenders going into our schools and telling our children, or talking to our children, about anal sex, oral sex. He believes, him and his ilk, and the big fat boy, no names, who are my trolls basically. They believe that people who are attracted to young children should have the same rights as you. That's what these people believe. And they call me a homophobe, a transphobe, or whatever, a fucking phobe, if I'm against it. I don't even think that word's allowed. I'll take paedophile. We're not even allowed to use it anymore. Isn't it minor attracted people now? Not only here, but right across the Western world, including the United States. Who's driving this? Who is driving it? People who are driving this are themselves, I believe. We'll use their term, minor attracted people. Sexualising our children. And they're the same people that Jacinda Ardern, Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau, World Economic Forum, and anybody that have sailed in that ship and are in power in nations all around the world, they believe in the same thing. I hope you get where I'm coming from. Because they're all in cahoots, all of them. And they call people like me names. Try to destroy my life, discredit people like me for telling the truth. They put labels on me in order to destroy me. I get frustrated, I don't mind telling you. I am frustrated. Rightly so. Righteous anger, if you like. I don't know what 2023 is going to bring for me. I think it's almost certain, maybe 95% chance, a police visit at some stage. And like I say again, I don't give a flying fuck. Because I've done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong whatsoever. Only tell the truth. Not my truth. The truth. These people, like I've said before, These people who were destroying nations, these leaders, so-called elected leaders, Jacinda Ardern is one of them. Are selected, not elected, by the WEF to destroy nation states from within. And she's doing a fine job. And they advise her, well, or tell her, order her, to pay the media off with taxpayers' money. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Pay the media off with taxpayers' money on condition that they support everything she does. Or you lose funding. So whatever she decides, whatever Nana Mahuta, the beauty queen herself, ooh, that's offensive. Whatever they decide, whatever Willie Jackson decides to pay TVNZ, Radio New Zealand, $360 million to merge. A Maori MP who's as thick as fucking mince gives $360 million of New Zealand taxpayers' money to merge two New Zealand companies, I think it was TV3 or TVNZ, with Radio New Zealand. How? How does that happen? How does the media not jump on that? Because they're paid not to jump on that. But I tell you what, they will jump on. Me. People like me, and they will destroy my character. Call me all sorts, but they won't be hunting for any truth. Any real truth. Because, well, they're paid not to. So, I began this video. Waikato Tainui and Ngāi the fake indigenous people of New Zealand. Fake. Maori are fake indigenous. They're not fake as a race, but indigenous, they're fake. And getting hundreds of billions, and they have over the decades. Hundreds of billions, and they've become very, very rich. They don't even pay taxes on any of their businesses. Charitable trusts or something. And they get top-ups every few years of hundreds of millions. Plus vast tracts of land. Plus all things water in New Zealand. And this very earth here I'm walking on, at some stage, because it says in the Hei Puapua document, traditional lands. They will get access to their traditional lands. Traditional, keyword. They're going to say at some stage, maybe this year, maybe next, oh, by the way, your land in Christchurch, that little house you've got in Christchurch or Dunedin, or wherever, oh, by the way, or that sheep station up there in the Canterbury Hills, every square inch of that is traditional to us. Who's going to argue? The farmer, the landowner, the one that owns the little house somewhere in Christchurch or Dunedin? Who's going to argue? Nobody. Do you think the media are going to be on your side? No. Do you think the government are going to be on your side? No. Do you think the people are going to rally round your house and say bugger off to the government and the police? Maybe the gangs even. Do you think they're going to come and say bugger off? No. Jacinda has given Maoridom water and all things water touches in New Zealand, including hydropower. And the media supports it, academics support it, universities support it, because everyone's paid off. Everyone, everything even the judicial system and the police has been corrupted. Pardon me. And this land here I'm walking on, at some stage, your land too. Even if you own 1 square metre, wherever you're living in New Zealand, the local tribe are going to come looking, knocking on your door and saying, oh, that's our land, eh, bro? And you'll say, no, it's not, I bought it fair and square. Oh, but it was stolen from us, eh, bro? So now we want it back. And you know what? The police will probably be standing behind them when they do it. You think it's not coming? Oh, it's coming, all right. And why is it coming? Because you're too fucking weak as piss to stand up against it. And instead, you'll attack me instead. Because I'm easy to attack. Because look at me. I'm standing alone. I haven't got millions and billions of dollars behind me. I'm standing alone. A lone voice telling you, informing you of what's coming. But you will find it easier to attack me. And you will choose the road of least resistance. That's up to you. You want to change the future? Then you change the future. You've got it in your power. I'm trying to organise events. I don't know, maybe even a podcast to get people coming on board and talking about these issues. People are terrified to even talk about what I'm talking about. They're terrified. I've named names today in this video. I'll stand by it. I'll stand by the people I've named as cowards, as charlatans, absolute charlatans. Terrified of their own shadow. You want them in government? Do you think they're going to do anything? They'll do nothing. They'll be corrupted. They're terrified now. Never mind if they got anywhere near the corridors of power. There you go. Quite a long video, longest I've done for a long time. But what you've got is the truth. Not my truth. It's the truth. This is the truth of New Zealand. We are becoming a nation of cowards. And it's up to you men of New Zealand to stand up for fuck's sake and be men. And choose who you're going to follow wisely. Okay. This is Cross the Rubicon. Please like, leave a comment. Share this video everywhere. Subscribe. And if you want to support me, buy me a coffee or a beer. I'll leave the details below. But wake up, New Zealand. Like Carol Saki says all the time. Wake up. For fuck's sake, wake up. Otherwise your country is going to turn into Zimbabwe. And it's your fault. Your fault. Okay, see you later.